Hey, secret friends, welcome back to Secret Friends Unite. This is our main show, episode number 559. We call this Oops, All Thunderdome, because we like to tackle just one thing, the focus of the week, and that is going to be our third installment about the season 2 of Fallout. I'm back with Joe Colton. Joe, good evening.
Hello. Thank you for having me again.
Well, you're part of the squad. It's the thing. It's the thing. So, yeah. So we had season 2 of this, which we're going to walk through. We started this, as I said, this is 3 of 3 because we started talking about season 1. You and Peter and I talked about episode 1 of season 2. Then we let the season go by, and now we're wrapping everything up. So we're going to jump in. We're going to talk about kind of how we felt about everything. And then we will give our predictions and feelings for kind of the third season. So we're going to jump in and do that. But as always, first of all, I'd like to talk about the wonderful people over on our Secret Friends Unite Patreon over at patreon.com/secretfriendsunite, where you get to listen to all of our wonderful shows early. This show, for example, comes out on a Thursday every week. Well, on Patreon, it comes out on a Tuesday. So it get your little midweek jump of listening to us talk about stuff. We have exclusive shows. We get an exclusive channel on our Discord. This is the way it breaks down. Your first week is free. Half off your first month once you get signed up, and you stay on board for as little as $2 a month. So we would love to have you. You are missing out on tons of great entertainment by not doing our Patreon. Again, patreon.com/secretfriendsunite. Try us out for that 7 days. See if you get something that you like. All right, Joe, let's talk about season 2 of Fallout. I put a bunch of summaries in here, which helps because it's like, there's so much stuff on TV. I feel like I'm always watching something and not figuring out. So it's like, I had to go back and watch a couple of recap videos just to kind of remember what the hell was going on. But Why don't you start to walk me through, kind of some of your thoughts. So as we kind of scroll down to the, and again, I always put this in the header, but we're going full spoilers. Obviously, this just aired last week as you're listening to this, but we're recording it the day after. So we're still collecting our thoughts. So even if we seem a little scattered, bear with us. But Joe, we'll go through it kind of like as we always do. We'll talk some favorite moments. We'll talk some moments you probably could have done without. We'll do a rating. And then we'll talk about, kind of our hopes for season 3. Again, full spoilers. So if you've not seen episode 8, or if you haven't seen the season at all, this might be an episode to skip or to pause and to come back later. So, all right, Joe, get us rolling since I've been talking for almost 3 minutes on the dot.
You're good.
Talk to me about some stuff you were enjoying about the season in general. Talk to me.
So, I still just like Maximus.
Okay.
The stuff I liked, I did like the Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the in the last episode, the slow-mo. Wes was telling me that's exactly like the game and even the music, so it synced up really nicely.
The slow-mo with the big shootout.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the bullet and stuff. That was really cool. What else did I like? So I was iffy on Lucy. I thought she was like wavering a little bit, and I was like, oh, diabolical. She's gonna put the little chip in his neck instead of just shooting him, because that'd be too easy. So,
right. It'd be a little too dark.
Yeah.
It'd be a little too over the edge. Yeah. So
I did like her brother, and he's like a little bit brave. He's like the smart one, so it was interesting to see him survive all of like getting out of the vault, and then like them all thinking that he's the boss. I was like, what is happening? But it was humorous. I did like the old lady and her like crew made it. I liked seeing the mech suit for the new California Republic, like their version.
Yeah.
I didn't know what a death claw was, but that gave me nightmares. It actually gave Siri nightmares. So,
what did you watch it? Letting your kid watch the show? Or you? Oh my God! Nobody from CPS is listening to this show. But yeah, I mean, I'm a child of the '80s. We grew up watching. I mean, I think I watched The Fly with Jeff Goldblum when I was 10.
Terrifying.
But but it's like before that. There weren't like kids movies
Yeah.
when for us, like early, like I was born in the late 70s, right? So like early 80s, you know, we were just, that stuff was just on, and sexual stuff too. So it'd be like Porky's, or it's like whatever was on HBO, and HBO was new. It's just what you watch, particularly if you're a latchkey kid, which I was, because my mom worked, so it was like, oh, okay, yeah. So, but yeah, now it's funny in this age of like kids programming and Bluey and all this different stuff, and
So
for the generation
Julie
before it was
Bluey.
What's that? Good.
She
Good.
hates Bluey. She likes Gabby's Dollhouse. She likes X-Men 97. She likes Fallout. She likes the Ghoul. It's really weird.
You're gonna end up with a kid that's gonna skip over all the mamby-pamby BS that's very prototypical of the last like 2 generations since us. The trophy generation. She's gonna be tough. She's gonna be Gen X. She's gonna be tough.
Yeah, she's gonna be like I was with my parents, because my parents are older, so they I missed a lot of like whatever it was.
Yeah.
I was like you, like whatever's on TV, that's what we're watching.
We got it. You bet. So, come home and let yourself in and turn on reruns of Night Court, because that's what I was watching.
Yeah, I watched Star Trek, Night Court, Sidney Poitier as a cop, the first black cop.
Oh, geez. The Heat of the Night? Was that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Heat of the Night, yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. Let's at least try to bring this back to plan. So I loved, one of the things I think this show does great is all the mutations of shit that you see out there in the wastelands. My top favorite, of course, the ghouls are great. I wrote, I don't mean just the ghouls. And I said, like, Thaddeus, let's give the boy a hand, because in that last episode he loses his arm. And he's still trying to sniper, which I think is great, on the roof. Yeah. But yeah, you said the big, what the hell were the big beasts in the last one called? You just said the Death Claw. But those fucking cockroaches, which are called, I scrolled up to the notes and read them. They were called rad roaches, like irradiated roaches.
Yeah, rad roaches.
Those were great, killing off the fucking board members of Vault 33.
I don't know how she survived, but I'm glad she did.
Yeah, I don't know. She probably did one of those where she threw maybe she did one of those, I threw a dead body on top of me and that was my armor. I loved, and again, this, and we got this in episode 7 and 8, but I loved, and this is particularly for you, the evil Canadian Steph. Yes! I love it.
Who is Hank's wife?
I know, but not Lucy's mom, not Lucy's real mom. Was that left fuzzy? Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, there was a lot of, and I'll get this in kind of the overload moments when I tune back in to talk about maybe some stuff I didn't like, because there was, I won't say it was like any kind of even split. Maybe it was like 60-40 stuff from the past and present day. And I wonder if maybe that balance was maybe a little bit too much, for they were trying to tilt stuff forward. But I said the evil Canadian rules. I said my co-host is a not evil Canadian. That's you. But her scenery.
Maybe I could turn evil.
We'll find out. You might be evil. You might be evil off camera. You evil at home? Evil Canadianisms at home? At the heart of our government. Hey, look, how much worse could we be doing? Oh,
this is not a challenge.
It's not a challenge. It's not a contest. Anyway, her scenery chewing was great, and I was watching my buddy Ryan Airy there, who does Screen Crush. I was watching his video. The one scene where she's having a nightmare like flashback about how she escaped Canada and her mom died, and then she wakes up.
Mom or her sister?
Oh, I thought it was her mom. I don't.
Yeah, whatever the lady with her.
Her relation. I swear it was like her mom. But when she wakes up, this was what Ryan and his team pointed out. She's, you see her like gross eye socket because she lost her right eye.
Yeah.
But he said it's like she always sleeps with one eye open. And when she sits up, Chad or whoever the guy is wearing a night mask. They said because he's blind to everything that's happening.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, a lot of symbolism in that.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, kind of walking through, and you're watching her like she sneaks across the border, and a guy tries to stop her, and she stabs the guy at the border.
Yeah,
and this video said they escaped from something called Uranium Falls or uranium whatever, which is apparently a real something in Saskatchewan. They said.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then that's where they came from. But yeah, that was back in the day. So yeah, then you then see that she ends up with Hank. But then how did she get frozen and get separated? And then they act like they didn't know her. And the baby she had, is that Hank's baby?
No, it's the dude that
'Cause-
she procreated with.
Or is it?
Or is it? Yeah. Well,
Yes. So we got a whole lot of or is it? So we're introduced to Justin Theroux as a character in this season.
yes,
As Mr. House, who I still think would get his ass kicked by Dr. House with the cane.
Yeah.
Probably clobber the shit out of him.
Yeah.
With that mustache, though, that's
It's
class A.
like that old style like twirl mushroom. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, tie the girl to the railroad tracks. Yeah, exactly. The music I loved because I'm a huge fan of I guess they're really called oldies. Like, how do you describe it? Because like Roy Orbison and stuff going further back from that. But
yeah,
I think it's kind of awesome how like this alt history kind of it kind of reflects a cultural arrested development in like 1962, but it moves forward another like 100 years, which I never realized when I started watching it, but it's like maybe 50 years forward from our time when the bombs finally drop and the real everything goes into motion, because it's 200 years in the future. And I keep reading the dates. It said 2296, which is like a Star Trek date, by the way. Star Trek is happening at that time. So it would have been 2000 in the 2090s when the bombs dropped. So, decades from now, yet everything looks like it's the 50s, just like a little bit different. But even their computers are like, it looks like the Commodore 64 I had when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
giant floppy disks, yes.
So they never move forward from a style point of view. Like, things just stayed the same because the Cold War was just like, oh, there's no, all cars looked like all the same and stuff. I got a favorite line from Lucy and that was my last thing I loved. Why does everybody always want me to kill them all the time? Oh, I felt so bad.
I did it. I was like, just shoot him.
Yeah, and then she had to murder the woman who was the head.
Well, she didn't murder her. She asked her, so she euthanized her.
Right. It was like Alien, kill me, except for she didn't end up doing it.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, moments I could have done without. I'll have one, and maybe we can go round robin with this. Too many exploding heads, mice, people. It was a lot of. It's one of the things I come to really not like love about watching The Boys anymore. Just too much like super gross out violence.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Grossness for the sake of grossness.
Yeah, I was really kind of down about that. All right, what's something that you didn't dig on?
What are they called? The steel guys.
The Iron Men.
Yes. Yeah, like that whole thing. Like, they're so. It's almost like they're like. They want to go back in time, but also like control all the tech that's left, but
right?
Also not you. I don't know. They're so weird. Like, they need to they're like the conspiracy nuts.
Yeah,
they need to go.
Yeah, and that was one of
Steel. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of them.
Yeah, I had several. And I guess I'll get to that later on because like what I'm expecting from season 3. But I felt like the big war that's teeing up because you've got and again I get the New California Republic, like the Metal Men versus the Legion, or the guys who are like armies of Rome, led by Macaulay Culkin, which is fantastic.
Yes, I actually was shocked to see him and pleasantly surprised how good he is.
Right. Yeah, you don't see him in a lot of stuff. I don't know. I mean, he does a lot of shorts and indie stuff and whatever. And I think his wife, he's married to, is it Brenda Song or Brenda Strong? She's pretty active.
Yeah.
So obviously, but yeah, I just don't feel like I see him in a ton of stuff. I got, like I said, the 60-40 split with all the layering stuff in the past, because it's like Diane is a woman, the head in the jar.
Yeah.
She's trying to one up the president, but then she sells Wally Goggs out and he gets arrested, but she ends up as a head in a jar. He gets arrested, but years later he's free in LA and he's holding his daughter when the bomb drops. So it's like it's just too you're really stretching things out to put all the pieces together.
Yeah, it's like a spaghetti.
And it's just I don't know how much I absolutely love that. And I wrote the recap video when we get around to when you and I are talking about season 3 next year is going to be even longer, because they're going to be like, well, here's a chronological putting together of seasons 1 and 2, and it's going to be, we're going to have to sit there with a notepad to just try to figure out what the hell's going on. I felt like it was kind of too much.
So
I
do think that she did not sell him out. I don't think that Diane sold him out. I think she was honest, but didn't know that the president was part of the Enclave, which is apparently worse than the Vault-Tec guys.
Gotcha.
So the way that Wes explained it to me is Vault-Tec is like Brotherhood of Steel is like the government.
There you go.
And the Enclave is the CIA.
Okay. God, I'm gonna need a friggin' flow chart.
Right.
Yes,
we're gonna have to. Yeah,
you're gonna need the red string and the conspiracy board to get it all put together. I will admit that the part of the season that I just didn't really glom onto too much was the 31ers, or the guys from Vault, like all the defrosted people. That storyline just didn't really grab me. I just wanted to stay with Lucy and Wally Goggs the whole time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know they have to weave different things in, and I don't know if that's something from the game or it's something original. But I just thought it just felt like there was trying to be too much going on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We were talking about it, and we did not like there was too much jumping around in the first 2-3 episodes.
Right.
And it was not overwhelming. It was getting confusing and convoluted. I didn't give two shits about the Vaulties in 31 and 33 anymore.
Well, it didn't connect in any meaningful way.
Yeah, it's like this island off on its own, and then Maximus, the Brotherhood of Steel, Lucy, you can see that connection, and even Caesar, the Legion.
I wrote it down. They kept calling it Zizar. What? Oh shit! I wrote it down somewhere. Kaiser. They kept calling him Kaiser.
Yeah. I was like,
and then Steph, as much as I enjoyed her little micro arc with the Canadian stuff, that didn't. I mean, she jumps on at the end and says, I'm Hank McClane's wife. Institute Phase 2.
Yeah.
And what does that really mean? And why did she wait to the last one? Just because she got exposed? Why was she hiding? Why was she not Hank's wife the whole time?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just so it's they dropped a lot of breadcrumbs. That's one of my. It's kind of a bigger hang up for me in anything when they're we're putting markers in place or we're leaving a trail, because in the next season it's kind of really kind of any movie where they do that, really, the kind of the start your engines thing where we're setting up a franchise, or we're setting up a trilogy, but we're only going to give you a little tiny bit here. They don't give you a good, I don't want to say value for your dollar, because it's not really that, but it's not it's not a great story. Yeah, it's not a great story in and of itself. You know what I mean?
So I don't know. Well, on that line, now there's a postcard, right?
Right. Okay. The postcard bit.
Mr. House, it had made a deal, right, with the Ghoul. Okay, the Ghoul. Once he saw that postcard, deal's off. Bye.
I'm out.
You're like, wait, what? So
and
now,
what was the deal again? You see, again, I lose the little bits of it. You know what I mean?
He's supposed to help him reactivate something so he can protect the city.
Right. It's just
the Enclave, I guess, is the. Mr. House didn't know about the Enclave. He only knew about Vault-Tec.
Right.
Where he knew about the Enclave, but he couldn't get control, of all of Vegas. So, but now, the Ghoul is going to Colorado. So.
Right. So I just felt so much layering it's a bus stop to get you to the next bus stop.
Yeah.
And I absolutely didn't love on it. So yeah, if I was to, I kind of felt the same way about the way that I felt about
The Boys.
The Last of Us. The first season, dynamite. The second season, absolutely fell off a cliff.
So I stopped watching because of that.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I didn't finish it. I don't know if it's still going on. I stopped midway through, No, I didn't even make. I think I made it like 2 episodes into the second season. And I was like, fuck it.
Well, I mean, they killed off Pedro, and I just it's all downhill from there.
Well, in the game he dies, right?
Oh, of course, yeah, and that was and it's not like it'd be absolutely avoid. Yeah, they couldn't really avoid it, but they didn't do well with what they had, and then. Bella Ramsey is just obnoxious in real life, so that doesn't make me.
Oh, really?
Care for her? Oh, just everything she does.
Really?
In my opinion, and it just being annoying.
I did not. Well, so I've only seen her in Game of Thrones.
I think that it's that, and this is the only thing that she's ever done, but. It's just she works really hard at being obnoxious. That's a personal opinion. So you welcome to research it on your own, and you may not agree with me. It's okay too. But based on this, if I was to, and I'll have you do the same, if I was to give this a 1 to 10 rating, this is like a 6 for me, maybe less. It's the ball of twine is too big, like a rubber band ball. You got too many flipping rubber bands wrapped in this where like you said it's 50,000 different things spinning in different directions, and you just don't feel like if they cancel it, we're not going to make season 3. If they canceled this, how ripped off would you feel that you just got a story that was just trying to kind of move you on to the next goalpost? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do like the first season better than this season for sure.
Yeah,
right. But I feel like this season is now a connecting. Like, it's like, how Age of Ultron was a connector movie?
Right. Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know what's happening, but they could... I don't know what they're going to do, but I feel like they cut half a season out.
Yeah.
Like, there's something missing. Like, I don't know. I also...
Right.
I don't, the breadcrumbs with Hank, R&D is now into the wasteland, and the surface is the experiment. The vaults aren't the experiment. And I'm like,
right.
What? And then I've said too much, and then he had his own button thing.
Which they didn't really explain what that meant and what did he do, because then he nuked his own memory. So he's like, "Oh, hello, miss, don't cry. You got a smudge on your face."
And then then he went became a vegetable after that. He's just sitting there blank.
Right.
Oh.
You don't even really know what happened. You're like, I'm guessing it didn't work out so good for him or whatever. So we're getting to season 3. I'm assuming. Unless they're even doing a season 3 of The Last of Us, which will be the last one because I know. So I don't worry, I won't. I probably will not drag you back in for that one. I may not even talk about it, just because we do this show and focusing on a single topic. We have to be kind of picky about what we talk about because we just have one show a week. But so with season 3, let's make the assumption that we're getting season 3. What's on your wish list for season 3?
Ooh, I want to see, this is going to be really weird, but I want to see Thaddeus mutate.
Yeah, no, that'd be great.
Because he's like, because he kept telling the ghoul, do you have this? And it's like,
oh yeah, he has like a mouth on his collarbone or something.
So Les showed me what he's turning into, and it's terrifying.
Oh, in the game, so it's reflective in the game. Yeah. Oh god.
And so his shoulder looks the same, and I just want to see if he's going to be a happy-go-lucky, that thing, or what. And then I do want to see Lucy find Mr. House on the thing or on the computer, and he tells her where to go so that way she can get help.
Right. Send help. Now is he just living in the computer? Is he like Arnim Zola and Captain America? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Wes told me that in the game he is he put his consciousness into the computer. Which is cool.
That's what that's what we're all gonna end up doing, right? It's the only way to stay safe. Yeah. I just, like I said, I'm with you. It's we had all this stuff going on, and now the ghoul's like, well, I was supposed to help him with something, which even you and I aren't 100% sure of what that is, and now he's just going to Colorado. So I'm also, why does he really think he has that line where he goes, well, for the first time in 200 years, I know my family's alive. Why does he think that?
Because of the postcard that
right, but it didn't say, it doesn't have a date on it it's dated 2 weeks ago. It could be from 100 years ago. He doesn't know that they're alive.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when did they go? Where are they?
Is
And there
she
was another thing from,
in a special vault that like?
yeah.
Also,
Well,
is he going to take on the Enclave himself? Like that building where everybody there was like a sphere like in Star Wars that was like flying around and doctors and R&D people what is that? What are they doing? Like,
right.
is he supposed to take all those people on?
Oh my God. I don't know. And this is when I wrote the war with the Kaiser Legion dudes and then the Iron Man guys. It just seems super lopsided because it's like, here's a bunch of guys in skirts and don't they have like crossbows and shit? And all the Iron Man guys have missiles and guns. Is it going to be a short fight?
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a war of attrition. Like, we'll just send more guys at them and they'll blow them up. So I'm like, I don't know how they're going to make that like compelling as a fight.
Yeah.
But I'm interested. But I would say for my season 3 wish list, I would like to see how they're really going to do that. So, what the hell is phase 2? What is your evil Canadian sister doing? You know, is phase 2, because again, I was watching Ryan's video again, and he said, oh, the lore of the show or the game is that when the shit hit the fan 200 years ago, the U.S. annexed Canada and then obviously put people in internment camps, which kind of sucks. But it's like, is this Canada? Is phase 2 Canada coming back and kicking ass? Is this the Canadian dream realized?
I mean, we did burn down the White House in 1812. So.
Oh, well, you know what? And maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea if you did it again. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the FBI upstairs. I gotta go. It's Cash. It's Cash Patel. Come knocking on my door here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. What about you? What any other big hopes?
Yes, I want to see what the NCR does.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see if there's more of those mech suits that are NCR.
Big and fancy.
Yeah, and I want to see. So I don't know if you stayed until the end of the credits, but there's
an
end credit scene with the Brotherhood of Steel and the old guy that just won't freaking die.
Like Trump.
And the Squire brought these plans for this like Sentinel like monster thing, like this giant robot. So we'll see. I would like them to like become like a back burner.
Yeah.
I don't really care for the like cult. Right.
We got enough cult stuff going on in this country right now. I don't need to see it on TV. We're all good.
Too soon.
Too soon. Far too soon. All right. What was your final rating for the season out of 10?
I think you said what, a 7? You said, or
yeah, I said a 6. I actually had a 7 originally. I downgraded it because I thought, no, I like this less than I originally said.
I think the last episode's a 7, but most of the season's a 6.
Okay, gotcha. So you're like a 6.5, as it were. Yeah,
I'll be a 6.5.
That's fair. It's fair.
So sad. I went in no expectations like the first one, and I was just like, and
yeah. That's like I said, and this harkens to me back to thinking about The Last of Us, because April and I loved it. We've watched that little 6-episode arc like 3 times, maybe 5 times.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to watch. It was so good. And then you tune in to the second season, you're like, like you said, you quit like early on. And so, with this,
I'm dead yet. And I was like, I'm out.
I found that this just was not holding my attention. A lot of the plot threads were, you needed your red string conspiracy board to just figure out what the hell was going on. Yeah. So, and I don't think shows should be, I don't think every show needs to be like that. I don't think most shows need to be like that because there's too many shows out there. I don't need one to break my brain.
Yeah.
In ways that don't make any sense. So, but I'm expecting, so, we got this. We got this at the end of 2025. Mm-hmm. So, and I think we got the first season right around the same time in 2024. So I would suspect we'll get the 3rd season of this at the end of this year here in 2026.
I think so.
But it's unconfirmed. But when it is, we'll undoubtedly come back and talk about it again. We won't do a wrap up like this because we've already done it, but we'll when the first episode comes on, we'll probably talk about the first episode, and when it ends, we'll probably talk about that too.
I just looked; they're slated to start filming in May, and they should be released They're targeted for early 27.
Oh, very good. Okay, that's fine. We got lots of time. They got lots of time to figure out all that evil Canadian scheming.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Well, cool. That's the show. So, Joe, thanks as always. One of
Thank
my
you.
steady Eddie, great contributors to the network. Where do people find you out there?
Everyone can find me on Joe Colton Cosplay across all social media or on... No, I don't use that one anymore. Never mind. I'll just...
All social media that's not X.
Yeah, that's not X. This is Joe Colton Cosplay.
Very good. And you can find both Secret Friends Unite and myself. I am at the C3, THECEE, We are at all socials, not X. I've kind of fallen off the wagon, but I usually am over there on TikTok with our Secret Friends, doing my little 3-minute kitchen chats, just talk about stuff I'm enjoying. But we've been really slamming it, doing a lot of these great creator and celeb interviews for our Spotlight segment. I've had like 4 this week. I have 5 next week. I'm stockpiling them.
You are busy.
But yeah, those come out every Friday. They come out a week early on our Patreon. So again, I'll plug our Patreon over at patreon.com/secretfriendsunite. We got a lot of great stuff coming up. We've had a lot of great stuff recently. So that's kind of been my big focus. But with that, I will bid you adieu. I will tell you, friends, thanks for joining us. As always, sharing is caring, and keep on trucking.
Where I cosplay hard and critique harder. See you next time.
This podcast is part of the Secret Friends Unite podcasting network, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and podcast services around the galaxy, as well as video on our YouTube channel. You can support Secret Friends Unite by becoming a Patreon member, get bonus programs and more over at patreon.com/secretfriendsunite. Join our Discord community for even more discussions on all things geek. For all the latest updates on Secret Friends Unite, make sure to follow us on Threads at secret.friends.unite and visit secretfriendsunite.com. Find our merchandise at TeePublic and Redbubble. Thanks for listening, and may the Force live long and prosper.